Welcome. We're going to jump right in and break down our operational standards. But these aren't just rules, okay? Think of this as our practical blueprint for creating a really, truly fantastic learning environment for the kids. So let's get started.
So what is the blueprint for a brilliant classroom? It's so much more than just a list of things to do. These standards are really the recipe for success. They're the core ingredients that, when we mix them with our own passion and creativity, well, that's when we create that magical space where children can absolutely thrive.
All right, first up, let's talk about our guiding philosophy. This is the big why behind every single thing we do. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of daily tasks, it is so important to understand the foundation that our entire approach is built on.
At the very heart of that philosophy is what we call the creative curriculum. Now, this is not about drills or memorizing facts. It's a play-based, hands-on model, and it's all built on one powerful idea. Children learn best when they are the architects of their own discovery. It's child-centered, it's about exploration, and honestly, that's what makes it so incredibly effective.
And these 4 core principles? Well, they're the pillars holding up that entire curriculum. First, diversity is huge. Our classroom materials have to reflect the real world so that every single child feels seen and valued. Next, we build partnerships. We're always talking with parents to bridge that gap between home and school. Third, it's all about collaboration. Lesson planning is a team sport. We all work together to bring the best ideas to life. And finally, our faith. As a ministry, everything we do is rooted in core Christian principles.
Okay, let's move into our second section, planning for greatness. This is all about setting the stage for success. You can think of this as all the behind-the-scenes work we do, the proactive stuff that makes those amazing, spontaneous classroom moments even possible.
And here it is, our simple but absolutely crucial weekly planning rhythm. First, we plan ahead, a full 2 weeks in advance. This gives us some breathing room and lets us be really thoughtful. Second, we post it for everyone to see, in the classroom and for parents. That builds transparency and trust. And third, all supply requests are in by Friday. This simple beat ensures we are always prepared, we have what we need, and we're keeping everyone in the loop.
And a quick but really important note about what we call free time. Any downtime you have during work hours when you're not directly with the kids, that's our golden opportunity for prep work. It's dedicated time for getting activities ready, organizing materials, or planning ahead. Using this time well keeps our focus exactly where it belongs, on creating the best possible experience for our children.
Now for our third section, crafting the perfect day. This is where we get into that delicate art of balancing structure with that beautiful, messy spontaneity of childhood. It's all about making sure every part of our day is purposeful and meeting the needs of every child.
The art of a great day is all about balance. It's a carefully crafted flow. We move back and forth between quiet, focused activities and then loud, energetic play. We balance those big muscle activities, like climbing and running, with the small muscle skills, like drawing or working with clay. And we intentionally mix in moments where the kids lead their own discovery with times where we guide the instruction. This rhythm, this is what supports the whole child.
So let's dig into some key features of that daily schedule. First, choices, choices, choices. Offering more than one activity option empowers kids and builds their independence. Second, we keep large group, teacher-led time short and sweet to maximize individual exploration. Third, transitions are learning opportunities, not just interruptions. And a super simple one, always give a heads up before a change. A simple 5 more minutes respects the child's focus and makes a world of difference.
And listen, outdoor play is a non-negotiable part of our day. We are serious about getting fresh air. As you can see, we bundle up and head outside even when it's chilly. Down to 40 degrees for our littlest ones and a brisk 25 degrees for our older kids. That daily dose of nature is absolutely essential for their development.
This rule is so important it gets its very own slide. And it's simple. Snacks are never used as a reward or as a punishment, ever. In our classrooms, food is about nourishment, it's about community, it's about positive social time. We keep it completely 100% separate from behavior management, period.
Okay, on to our fourth and final section, screen and sound rules. In today's world, this is a big one. Here, we'll outline how we create a mindful and healthy media environment for our kids.
So when it comes to screen time, our policy is pretty clear. It's extremely limited and it's always purposeful. For preschoolers, the absolute max is 2 hours a week. And that time is only for getting up and moving, like a dance-along video when we can't get outside. For our school-age summer campers, it's even stricter. Just 1 video a week.
And on those rare occasions when a video is used, we have some simple rules to keep it positive. Every single video has to be G-rated and previewed by a staff member, no exceptions. And this is key. We always provide another activity. This gives kids a choice and reinforces that screen time is never, ever mandatory.
Finally, let's talk about the sound of our classrooms. For the most part, music should be pretty calm, just a peaceful background for play and conversation. The content is always either Christian or something written just for kids, no mature themes allowed. Of course, the one exception is when it's time for some high-energy fun. Then it's totally okay to turn it up.
So there you have it. That's our blueprint. We've talked about the philosophy, the planning, the daily rhythm, and our media rules. Which brings us to the most important question of all. You have the plans, you have the recipe. So how are you going to bring this blueprint to life in your unique classroom?